Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us on our podcast. Today's podcast we feature Ngombe Augustinus. He is from Namibia and he is the author of this book, Being Intelligently Emotional. So, Ngombe, your book says Unlocking the Power of Ubuntu in Africa for Success in Leadership and Entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Africans have their own philosophy, which made their communities work. And one of these philosophies that have survived centuries is Ubuntu. I am because you are. Mm-hmm. That's what it means. Where you cannot do leadership without considering how it will impact the community. The reason why they would raise a child as a village, it's because they knew that that child is an asset to everybody. So even if he or she is not coming out of your household, whatever benefits, if he's a doctor, everybody in the village will benefit from that. If he's a teacher, he will be able to teach, educate the community. So that essence is something that we have lost when the money was introduced. And I felt for us to be able to revive it, we need to start from the core, the foundation, which is leadership and entrepreneurship. We should know, why are we establishing businesses? Is it to get a lot of money out of people and be selfish? Or we are doing entrepreneurship because we want to solve problems in the community? If we are taking up positions, are we doing it because we want flashy cars? Or we want mansions? Or we are really eager to be able to make it sustainable so that the community keep growing?
Oh, that's a nice approach. So after writing this book, and I know all that information you wanted to get out there, how are you, I know the culture of reading in Africa, and I suppose it's the same because Namibia is in Africa, so I suppose you have that challenge. How are you getting your book out to people to read? Because it's a form of communication. It's a way that you're communicating, and if you can get your ideas spread out into your community, into your country, I can imagine how much change there's going to be. Yeah. So what are you doing?
It would have been easier for me to give up if my drive was money, because you wait for too long for people to come and buy a book, and they would think that you are making money out of that, but actually the sale is to ensure that you keep making more copies, and not necessarily that you are getting the profit out of it. Because remember, we spend a lot of time having to do the writing. You spend a lot of money for the editors, for the people who do the printing and the distribution. So there's a lot of money that you lose than what you get. But how we get to do it, sometimes books are given for free, and sometimes we speak to individuals to buy them for a school or for a group of people at work. When I'm doing trainings with my team, most of our leadership and management trainings, we derive them from the book, and therefore we do the coaching based on those concepts. And we sensitize the importance of reading. We cannot be innovative without recording our ideas, and we cannot be innovative without reading what other people have done. What makes other civilizations better is because they keep on going back and then read what other people's thoughts were about the future. And then it's easier to refine an idea that is already in existence than to start your own idea or start inventing the wheel. It's too difficult. So the wheel is already there spinning. So just keep shaping it in a way that you want it to look like. So that is the essence that we keep sensitizing to both the people who are into the political space, people who are in the corporate world, people who are in school. And I would have loved that youngsters get to access some of the thoughts that we have in our community which can relate to them, because then they grow up with the freedom of mind, of thinking and doing things in a way that it should to address their community problems.
So is this your first book?
This is my second book.
Oh, Oh, really?
The first book I wrote was on leadership and knowledge,
Okay.
and it was based on biblical concept, because Africans are having a high percentage of Christians, and you might have seen that religion is contributing to the poverty. It's becoming a barrier towards the development. Even when we are doing civic engagement, there are certain people who are cautioned not to be able to pay attention to anything except their prophets and pastors. And I thought the best way to be able to engage is to be able to address the issues and how the Bible get to speak to the leadership, and how it relates to all these concepts which were derived from the Bible and which are now made secular. If you look at servant leadership, it's not something foreign from the Bible. This is the character of Jesus. He came to serve. And most of those concepts are the things that they have borrowed and adopted to become secular, and that's what they're using it. Being moral, the same thing. The Bible expects you to be able to do to the neighbor what you want them to do to you. So these are the things that gets in the corporate world. They remove the scripture, and then they wrap the message with concepts that they use in a daily basis in their communication. And then it becomes like something new, but it's not something that is new. Central to every book that have been invented, the first book that guided leadership, one of them is the Bible.
Thank you so much, Ngombe, for all that you have said. Will I get an autograph for my book?
You will be able to do that. I went to get a pen.
Okay,
the
thank
pen
you.
is here, and we would love to have them in Zambia.
Yes,
but we need to have a contact, the person who will take charge and say, I'll be able to distribute them.
So if you would love to help distribute, or if you have the capacity and capability to, please contact us. I will leave a contact attached to this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. See you in the next episode.
Thank you.